Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe. I'm your host, Jordy, and today I am joined with
Will.
Oh, yeah, we're excited to be here. Hopefully, you guys had a great MegaSota game night and an even better first Wild Wednesday last night. We're going to be streaming to you live all day long on this beautiful Thursday on all your brand new Pilot TVs, your Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, on YouTube Live, and on Twitch. Both of those channel names are MegaSota for you guys.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we just sent out a bunch to a ton of new locations over at Crazy J's, Moose Lodge, Ortonville, Dugout Bar and Grill Dent, Woodshed Otter Tail Rod and Gun, Shoreline Restaurant, as well as Leaf Valley Mercantile. Congratulations to all those locations getting those new shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a bunch of extra luck on all these games of all these extra bingo games we have ahead of us today.
Oh, absolutely. And we get our bingo day started off right at noon. In about 30 minutes, we're going to be jumping into that Vikings bingo. They're 25-cent cards, and we have $7,929 that Will and I will be trying to give it out as you guys try and take it home in 52 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, and right after that, going on from 1 all the way till 4, and again from 4 all the way till 6, we've got our game day bingo 50-cent cards. You guys want to stick around for that. That major is starting off today at $5,661, and you can take that home in 53 balls or less.
Absolutely, and then you guys will get to finish off your night with some skull bingo later on, and we have that line prize starting out the day at 6 p.m., sitting at about $351.75. You can always take home that line prize in 10 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, but speaking of the jackpots that we have ahead of us, we had a ton that we had given out yesterday, the first of which went out to Davey, who was playing at Acapulco Blaine, taking home $601, just making that jackpot amount.
Absolutely, nicely done. Next up, just yesterday, we gave one out to Cindy, playing over at the Friendly Inn, and she took home $1,072.
Oh, yeah, and right after that, and ending off our Wednesday, we had D-Dat Pappy over at Pappy's of Andover, taking home $1,178. Good job to you, D-Dat Pappy, and all of our winners on that Wednesday.
Absolutely, so stick around all day long, you guys, and hopefully you guys can make our jackpot list as well. But if you guys want to take home some jackpots other than in our regularly scheduled bingo, we have had our awesome eTab game Bounty Hunter released for you guys for about a month now. And so we would love to hear your feedback about it. You guys should definitely check it out. It's an awesome one. You can collect those lucky horseshoes and try your hand in the Bonanza bonus round, or you can pick a lucky door in the Saloon door bonus.
Oh, yeah, but now we're looking over at Mankato, Minnesota for the weather, and it's looking like it's going to be around 61 degrees, so it looks like it's warming up a little bit for the day. So it's going to have some sun in the morning with increasing clouds in the afternoon. The high is going to be at 61 with winds west to northwest at around 5 to 10 miles an hour.
Absolutely. It's definitely be a great one, so definitely appreciate that warm weather just a little bit longer. It will be cooling off to about 43 degrees tonight, though. It's going to be some few clouds with some winds going about 10 to 15 miles per hour, so it's just a nice breezy fall day for you guys.
Oh, yeah, but if you're trying to dodge that little bit of cool air, just 10 minutes after we get off air, we get started with our Vikings Bingo 25-cent cards that'll run from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. You guys want to stick around because that jackpot is starting off today at $7,929, and you can always take that home in 52 balls or less. But not only that, you guys will also be earning points for our Twiking Zone standings. It's our lunchtime standings where you guys can earn points for yourselves and the locations that you guys are playing at.
Absolutely, and we still have in 10th place that player T-Bone. They're playing at Poppers, and they have 99,000 points. Just one win away from getting into that 100,000 point club. But I just heard from Ian that apparently we have some players closing in outside of the standings. So if T-Bone doesn't come out and get some wins soon, we could be seeing them get kicked out of these standings.
Oh, yeah, next up in our standings, we got 9th place Red, who's over at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. Shortly ahead of Red, though, it's 8th place Kirby over at VFW Blaine with 105,000 points. Definitely a very close race there with only 1,000 points between them.
Absolutely, and then we only have two other players in the 100,000 point club, and they sit in 7th and 6th. 7th place, we have Caribou playing at Cooper's Restaurant with 122,000 points. Then with a little bit of a gap between them, in 6th place, it's Taz playing at Poppers. They have 147,000.
Oh, yeah, and kicking off 5th place, we kick off a series of close races. As in 5th place, we have Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 202,000 points, and 1,000 points ahead of him in 4th. We got Sinbob, who's over at Corky's Bar South Haven, currently sitting with 203,000 points.
Absolutely. And then we have our shakeup that happened in our top 3 spots. We had a tie being formed up in second place once again. Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven tied it up with Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine. They both have 224,000 points. They are fighting for that second place spot right now.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure which one is going to be coming out on top. Earlier it was Scrub Eye, but Nan fighting for that spot again. So maybe we might be seeing Nan pass up Scrub Eye.
That'll be some really exciting stuff, so make sure you guys are coming out. But they will take a little bit of a gap if they need to catch up to that number 1 spot. It sits with Mikey Wins. They play at Steve-O's and have 281,000 points already. That is some exciting stuff. They're definitely trying to lock in on that first place spot.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys are coming out, earning points for those Twiking Zone standings. So Mikey Wins isn't too lonely up there, getting close to that 300,000 point club.
Oh, absolutely. On the location side of things, we had some tight-knit races going on there as well. In 10th place, we have Halfley's Bar in Richmond. They sit with 115,000 points. Then just about 8,000 points ahead of them. In 9th place, it's Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. They sit with 123,000.
Oh yeah, shortly ahead in 8th, we have Steve-O's in Crystal, currently sitting with 138,000 points, and only about 3,000 points ahead of them in 7th. We have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 141,000 points, ending off that 100,000 point club.
Absolutely, and then we only have 2 locations in the 200,000 point club. In 6th place, we start off with VFW Blaine. They have 249,000 points. Then in 5th place, it's our place on 3rd in Faribault. They have 257,000.
Oh yeah, but kicking off that 300,000 point club in 4th, we got Poppers in Virginia with 372,000 points. But not too far from there, we kick off that 400,000 point club in 3rd place with Corky's Bar South Haven, who's currently sitting with 417,000 points.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, but in 2nd place, with a pretty good lead in 2nd, we got American Legion Fridley with 477,000 points, and in a point club all in their own in 1st, we have VFW Spring Lake Park with 586,000 points.
Absolutely. That's some exciting stuff. VFW Spring Lake Park is on their way to getting to the 600,000 point club. That is something really exciting that we'll have to see happen soon. And so make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 12 to 1 to try your hand at our Vikings bingo. The other half of the year, you'll get to play the Twins bingo, but no matter what you're playing from that 12 to 1 span, you earn points towards the Twiking Zone.
Oh yeah, but if you want to stay away from our regularly scheduled bingo just a little bit, we're always releasing new eTab games that you guys can check out. And we currently have over 70 different charitable eTab games you guys can play at any time to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, as well as awesome bonus and free play rounds that you guys can check out. And with their own different theme, there's definitely one for each of you guys.
Absolutely. And right now, we'll highlight a little Buku Bucks action. You guys can head into the woods and search a big bucks. You can play beer pong at deer camp or test your shooting skills in the Buku Bucks hunting bonus round to win some trophy prizes.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of fun. But if you do want to stick to our regular scheduled bingo we run throughout our day, right after our Vikings bingo, we get started with a little game day bingo right at 1, running all the way till 4 o'clock. That minor starting off the day at a clean slate at a $0 amount at a 52 ball count, but not to worry, that'll be rising in monetary and ball count very quickly as every game that jumps up 2 balls. That major jackpot is starting off at $5,661. You could take home in 53 balls or less. And that mega jackpot starting off today at $14,041. You could take home in 46 balls or less. And all those prizes that don't happen to go out during those 1 to 4 times will be growing and rolling into our happy hour times, running from 4 all the way till 6, just broken up by that first game of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 o'clock, where you guys take a stab at $41,953.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ian and I are going to be back live with you guys then for 2 hours from 4 to 6. After that round of Lucky 4 Bingo at 4 p.m., we'll jump into 23 games of that game day bingo again. And like he said, whatever those progressives lay off, they'll pick right back up for you guys to continue playing. And from that 4 to 6 span, whether you're taking home points or jackpots, you guys are taking home those points towards our happy hour standings. We have not been able to update them just quite yet since we made that switch over from Jackpot Hunter, but we've been keeping diligent track of everybody's point totals, and we will let you guys know as soon as we get them updated. But as it sits, I'll let you take the player side away.
Oh yeah, starting us off in 10th place, we got a 3-way tie between Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They were all tied with 10,000 points. In 7th place was another 3-way tie between Dustball 75 over at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley. They were all tied with 11,000 points. In 6th place, we got Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon with 12,000 points. with 13,000 points. In 5th was Chica over at William McCoy's of Andover. In 4th place, we had Bill Neat over at VFW Blaine with 15,000 points. 3rd was Olars over at Onamia Vets Club with 17,000 points. 2nd place, we had Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 20,000 points. And in 1st place, we had Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points.
Absolutely. Who do you think we're going to be seeing in our top 5s when we get these updated?
I know. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing Funk still.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to be seeing Funk. I think we might see Wolfstein as well. And I think Olars will be sticking it out.
You think so? I could definitely attest to that. I think there will be some super fun stuff to check out once we get back in here. I think that we'll have a bunch of new players as well in this top 10. So I can't wait to see all the shakeups that ensued and discuss all the chaos that happened in the last couple weeks. Well, on the location side of things, we start off in 10th place with the Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel. They have 16,000 points. Then in 8th place, we have a tie happening between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover. They both have 17,000. Then with 19,000 in 7th place, we got Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville. 6th place, it's VFW Blaine, and they sit with 23,000. Then with 26,000 in 5th place, it's the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. 4th place, it's American Legion Fridley, and they had 33,000. Then with 44,000 in 3rd place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park. 2nd place, it's Onamia Vets Club, as they sit with 46,000. And in 1st place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points.
Oh, yeah, but right after that last game of Lucky 4 Bingo, you guys are going to be getting 4 hours tonight of Skull Bingo, running from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. During those times, you guys will be going after a line prize of $351. You guys can take home in 10 balls or less. That large frame prize is starting off the day at $2,820. You guys can always take home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize is starting off the day at $8,784. You can take home in 50 balls or less. But we do have a couple interruptions running throughout our week during those Skull Bingo times. The first of which is our MegaSota game night. That starts off for you guys at 6:40 every single Tuesday, with Tony and Nikki taking the helm, leading you guys through a ton of PGL action, all the way until that Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. We're in 54 balls or less. You guys can take home $43,733.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you guys come out next Tuesday night for that MegaSota game night. And then the following night on Wednesday, you'll get to check out a Wild Wednesday. That happens each and every Wednesday from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. And Will and Ian take over the ice studio, giving out those jackpots and PGL points. And stick around because they're going to be ending off their night with 2 rounds of Wipeout Blackout, where you guys can enjoy a little bit more of the beach action while you guys take home some great prizes as well.
Oh, yeah, but if you guys happen to miss both of those PGL nights, we have another one for you guys, this one being our Vikings game day. That starts off for you guys at next Sunday, because this week the Vikings have a bye week, and that's going to be at noon on October 30th for you guys. Make sure you guys are swinging on out before all those games and filling out all those e-tip boards on the Player Connect app.
Absolutely, and if you guys want to come out for any of our specialty nights and earn those PGL points along the way, you need to make sure you head over to pgl.world beforehand. Once you sign up there, you'll become a member of the Pilot Gambling League. You'll be able to earn those PGL points from our specialty nights, as well as get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter. It sends out a lot of great information, and they are the first players that get notified whenever we have our annual events like PyCon. It's definitely a great place for you guys to sign up if you're avid Pilot players.
Oh, yeah, not only that, you get put on our new PGL member spotlight, where we give you guys a little bit of extra luck and see if we can't jumpstart you guys on those PGL standings. We had a couple players that did just that. Starting us off, we got Always Lose, Male 04, Lisa, Robo 2337, my screen name, Joe Cool, Amber Mar 31, Mama Lilia, Maggie May, Alex, Kathy, Trudy 541, Jason Luxem. We got D's Mama 01, and we got B Daddy Wiggin all signing up at the PGL. Congratulations to you guys, and we can't wait to see you guys on those PGL standings.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys are coming out next Tuesday, next Wednesday, and that following Sunday on October 30th to check out all the next specialty nights for you guys to play. We've had players competing all season 12 long so far, though, each and every specialty night that we have, and they are fighting tooth and nail to stay in these top 10s, and we have some shakeups from just yesterday.
Oh, yeah, starting us off in 10th place, previously 9th on the player side of these standings, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,000 points. Pushing them back in 9th, previously in 10th, we got Panda over at the Roadside with 745,000 points. In 8th place, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 814,000 points. With 819,000 points, not too far ahead in 7th, we have Nixon over at VFW Roseville. In 6th place, previously in 4th, getting pushed back a great deal, it's Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 827,000 points.
Absolutely. There are quite a few shakeups that happened in our top 5, and it keeps us on going. The player that pushed back Bergar all the way from 4th to 6th, which I did not expect to happen.
No.
Now in 5th place, moving up from 6th, it's Chapster. They're playing at Moe's and have 841,000 points, but the shakeups don't stop there. Our 3rd place player got pushed back to 4th as Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill now sits with 843,000. That 5th place player that pushed him back, though, is now all the way up into 3rd place. It's Brizo playing at the Underground Bar and Grill, just living up to that name, High Rising, sitting there with 849,000 points so far, but our top 2 did stay the same.
Oh yeah, our top 2 is currently 2nd place Devoided over at the Roadside with 914,000 points, getting closer to that 1 million point club. But in 1st place, already in that point club, it is Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,288,000 points.
Absolutely. I think we'll be seeing Devoided get into that 1 million point club after next week. And so that is something super excited to keep our eye out on. We even have a bunch of other players closing in, as the majority of our top 10 are all in that 800,000 point club marker. But on the location side of things, there were quite a few shakeups happening there as well. Getting pushed back from 9th all the way to 10th, we got the Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. They now sit with 2,218,000 points. But going from 5th place all the way back to 9th, got pushed back 4 spots. It's Corner Pocket and Rice. They now sit with 2,256,000. Our 10th place location, though, jumped all the way up into 8th place as the Cabin Bar in Nicolette sits with 2,337,000. There are quite a few shakeups that still happened all the way up to our 4th place spot, though.
Oh yeah, starting us off in 7th place, previously in 8th, we got VFW Austin with 2,384,000 points. In 6th place, surprisingly holding on to their lead, it's LJ's in Miltona with 2,386,000 points, only about 2,000 points ahead. In 5th place, previously in 7th, we got Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake with 2,606,000 points. In 4th place, holding on to that spot, we got Mabel Liquor Store with 2,613,000 points. In 3rd place, we got VFW Northfield with 2,935,000 points, closing in on that 3 million point club. But in 2nd place, getting to that 3 million point club, it's Poppers in Virginia with 3,058,000 points. They're starting to close in, kinda, on our 1st place location. It's none other than Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,897,000 points, only about 100,000 points away from that 4 million point club.
Absolutely. That is something super, super exciting to see. We'll have to see when they get to the next point club. I think it'll be happening in the next coming weeks. So make sure you guys are coming out for each and every special night that we offer. But if you guys just want to stay in the know about all things Pilot Games, heading over to our Facebook page is a great resource. Once you search up Pilot Games, you can give us a like and follow and keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and utilize that link tree. It's got direct links to all of our streaming platforms, pgl.world, as well as where all the locations around Minnesota where you guys can play Pilot Games.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a great resource to check out, but we have just about 10 minutes left until you guys are getting enrolled into those games of Vikings Bingo, and we have a player spotlight for you guys. We're currently spotlighting Julie Y, who was playing over at the Rockin' A when they took home a jackpot of $46,954. And everyone that plays at the Rockin' A supports the awesome charity, the Night Riders Snowmobile Club. Their mission statement is to promote lawful and safe practice of our sport no matter where you ride. We hope our dedication to the sport of snowmobiling influences others to act responsibly and to join a snowmobile club, making sure that you're safe, staying safe on those trails and everything like that. So just make sure that you guys are always remembering that you guys are supporting these awesome charities whenever you guys are playing Pilot Games. Just remember that whenever you guys play Pilot Games, your community wins.
See you guys in 10.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
Hey, you guys, and welcome to some Vikings Bingo. We got 10 games coming up for this next hour, and we're going to be live through it all with you guys. We're going to be streaming to you live all day on all those brand new Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, on YouTube Live, and on Twitch. Both of our channels are called MegaSota for you guys, and if you guys didn't know, I am Jordy, and this is
Will.
We were just on about 10 minutes ago for that Cup of Joe, and so it's a great resource to utilize Monday through Friday at 11:30 if you guys want to know all the juicy tidbits happening for the day. But we have just about 5 seconds before we're getting enrolled in this first game of Vikings Bingo.
Oh, yeah, and we also just sent out a bunch of Pilot TVs to a ton of new locations, so you guys might be watching us over on there. We just got those installed over at Crazy J's, Moose Lodge Ortonville, Dugout Barn Grill Dent, Woodshed Otter Tail Rotting Gun, Shoreline Restaurant, as well as Leaf Valley Mercantile. So congratulations to all those locations, getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on these 10 games of Vikings Bingo we have ahead of us.
Absolutely. We got $7 on that line and large M, and we have $7,972 on that jackpot. We got a bunch of you guys 2 balls away, and there it is.
Oh, yeah, it's going out to Keegan over at Stacy's Bar and Grill, taking home $7 on that line prize. I don't know. Stacy's Bar sounds like a nice one, but I bet her mom has a better bar.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, because we all know. She got it going on.
Yep. But if you guys didn't know, we give out jackpots all the time with Pilot Games. And just yesterday, we gave out 3 different jackpots, making it 24 different jackpots going out the last 7 days and 352 jackpots for Season 12 so far.
Oh, yeah, and starting us off, we had 3 going out yesterday, first of which went out to Davey over at Acapulco Blaine, taking home $601. We also had Cindy over at the Friendly Inn, taking home $1,072. And ending off that Wednesday, right, we had DDAP Pappy over at Pappy's of Andover, taking home $1,178. Good job to DDAP Pappy and all of our winners from yesterday.
I gotta say, that is one of my favorite player names out there.
Oh, yeah, it just rolls off
DDAP
the tongue.
Pappy.
It really does. It's just perfect.
But I mean, we got some great players out there right now. We got longtime player Loser Dave. We got Daver. We got Chestor. We even got
Steve-O.
Ports. Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. We got.
Steve-O's out there himself.
Oh, yeah. Definitely some awesome stuff.
If only
Back
he was
tat
at
and all.
Steve-O's in Crystal.
I know. That'd be awesome.
I even saw a group called Bingo Boys.
The
with a
Bingo
Z.
Boys?
I love that.
Oh, it's like the Beetle Boys.
It's the Beetle Boys.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys
Definitely some
didn't
fun
know, we have
names.
our own biker gang here at Pilot Games.
Oh, yeah. It's all for people in a VW Bugs.
Yes.
And it's just great.
Yeah, instead of cool bikes, we all drive Beetles.
Exactly. It's like, and honestly, what do you mean? Like, instead of cool bikes, we drive cool bugs.
That's true.
It's all, it's great. The Beetles are awesome. You can do so much with them.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Beetle.
Oh, yeah. I feel like most people are, especially after, like, the 50s when people were turning them into, like, dune
Herbies.
buggies and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big stuff. But we got Loser Dave over at Finlayson Municipal Bar taking home that large M. $7 going out to you. We moved past that jackpot. We got $11 on that Musco prize now. But if you guys didn't know, we give out different jackpots in each of our regularly scheduled bingo games, but we also give them out in our e-tabs. We've had one released for about a month now. It's our latest one called Bounty Hunter. You can try your hand collecting those lucky horseshoes in your hand in the Bonanza bonus round, or you can try your luck picking a door in the Saloon door bonus.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. But we do have Oki over at VFW Blaine taking home $11 on that Musco coverall prize and getting us ready for game number 2 of Vikings Bingo. But if you guys want to stay in the know for everything Pilot, including previews of those ETAP games when they're about to release, go give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You just got to search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. That way you'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, player pictures, and so much more, including big progressives and all that. You guys can also click the website link on our Facebook page to see our link tree that has links to bar locations, all of our social media, and so much more.
Absolutely. It's a great resource to utilize. It's the hub of all the Pilot information. So make sure you head on over there and give us a like and follow. But if you guys missed out on that Cup of Joe that happens Monday through Friday at 11:30, it's just that 20-minute little segment where I get to bring on different bingo hosts with me, and we talk about where all the big shakeups happened the day previous, as well as where all the big money amounts are at for the day coming up. But if you missed out on it, we're going to run through the entirety of our bingo schedule for you guys right now, and each and every day, 7 days a week, we get our day started with this Vikings bingo you guys are in right now. It runs from 12 to 1 each and every day. We run 10 games of it, and you can always try and take home this awesome jackpot in 52 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, and right after that, going on from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock today, we've got our Game Day Bingo 50-cent cards. You guys want to stick around because that minor jackpot, it's starting off at a clean slate for you guys at $0 at that 52 ball count. Not to worry, once you guys start getting enrolled, it will be clicking up in monetary amount, and every single game it will be jumping up 2 balls. There's also that major jackpot starting off at $5,661. You can take home in 53 balls or less, and that mega jackpot is starting us off at $14,041. You can take home in 46 balls or less. And not to worry, if you guys happen to miss any of those jackpots, after a game of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 o'clock, where you guys get a shot at $41,000, you guys will be getting 23 more games of Game Day Bingo, running from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock.
Absolutely. That's when Ian and I are going to be back live with you guys for 2 hours from 4 to 6. Whatever those big money amounts leave off at the end of 4 p.m., that's what they'll pick right back up as for those next 2 hours for you guys to continue playing Game Day Bingo. Ian and I are going to be trying to give out as much cash as possible, and then you guys will get to finish off your night from after 6 p.m. and that second round of Lucky 4 Bingo. You guys will be jumping into some uninterrupted Skull Bingo. It's going to be going from 6 all the way till 10 p.m., and we're starting out the day with a line prize at $351 at 10 balls or less. That large frame sitting at $2,820 at 43 balls or less, and that coverall jackpot at $8,784. You can take that home in 50 balls or less.
Oh yeah, definitely a ton of fun to check out during those Skull Bingo times. We have a couple interruptions running throughout our week typically. The first of which is our MegaSota game night. That starts off for you guys at 6:40 every single Tuesday. We have Tony and Nikki taking the helm, leading you guys through a ton of PGL action, all the way up until the Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. We're in 54 balls or less. You guys can take home a whopping $43,733. But not to worry, if you guys happen to miss that MegaSota game night, it's not the only specialty night we have running through the week where you guys can earn some PGL points, because the very next day we have our Wild Wednesday. That goes on from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, with me and Ian taking the helm, leading you guys through a ton of PGL action, all the way up until our grand finale, which is actually 2 games of Wipeout Blackout, where you guys get to see a little bit of the sun in the sand, in case you guys are missing it during these cold times.
Absolutely, and in about 2 weeks on October 30th, that's when you can check out our next Vikings game day. Right now, they have a bye week this week, and so there won't be one going on this weekend, but next weekend on Sunday at noon, you guys can check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we already got a line prize going out to Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. $6 going out to you on that line prize in this game number 2. Now we're working on a $6 large M and an over $8,000 jackpot. It's officially hit that monetary amount. That is awesome to see. We got Okie 5 balls away. But if you guys want to head out for any of our PGL nights, make sure you head over to pgl.world and you can earn those points happening on those nights.
Oh, yeah, but while you guys are going after all these awesome prizes in this Vikings bingo, we got some national days for you guys. And starting us off, this is a national day that I wish I could celebrate properly right now. It is National Chicken and Waffles Day. Savory and sweet collide for a soulful celebration of flavor on October 20th as we celebrate National Chicken and Waffles Day. Imagine a world where ingredients of every spice and spirit find their way into honeycombs of thick and crispy waffles. Well, that day has finally arrived. Today is the day, and honestly, my recommendation for going to get chicken and waffles in Minnesota, go to the Handsome Hog. Any
Beautiful.
day. Yeah. I had the best waffles of my life there, and I really don't think I can.
Yeah, they had this Cajun honey butter situation going on. It was really good. I gotta attest to that.
It was like one of the only times where I could actually like consider eating butter out of the container.
Literally, it was very
good.
And I know that Ian is definitely going to be one of celebrating this day today, as this is probably his favorite way to eat waffles.
Oh, yeah. And, like, honestly, like, why wouldn't it be? Because you get, like, fried chicken along with it. They put a little bit of the syrup on top.
See, I've never tried chicken and waffles myself.
It's an elite combination.
We do have Bombers over at Old Piper in Lakeville taking home that $6 large M. We are moving past that jackpot now. We got $10 on that must-go prize with a bunch of you guys 3 balls away.
Oh, yeah, but we're looking at some chicken and waffles recipes and stuff. And, yeah, it looks like they got a lot of stuff going on with them. And, like, I don't really know exactly where, like, I wonder who started, like, chicken and waffles.
Absolutely. Who thought to make that combination? We did look up some chicken and waffles fun facts, though, and so we're going to be taking a peek at seeing what they have to say. And if you guys didn't know, the dish is, before we get into this, we do have our must-go winner.
Oh, yeah, we got Tanya over at Kathy's Pub taking home $10 on that must-go coverall. Good job to you, Tanya, Bombers, and Lucky Tim. I'll take it up wins in this game number 2 of Vikings Bingo.
Absolutely. But if you guys didn't know, this dish is most commonly made by serving fried chicken with a waffle, that waffle then typically being covered with butter and or syrup. And this unusual combination of food is beloved by many people who are influenced by traditions of soul food passed from generations to their families. So I think this was originally a type of soul food.
So the exact origin of the dish are unknown. There are several versions of its origins. Food historians, that's got to be an awesome job. Food historians have unearthed chicken and waffle recipes in cookbooks as far back as the late 1700s, after Thomas Jefferson returned from France with a waffle iron.
Yeah, I did know he brought back the waffle iron. That was what brought the patent of the waffle iron to the United States. And
that
so
is amazing.
I knew that was when it first originated, but I didn't know they were combining it with fried chicken all the way back from then.
Yeah, so they traced and found that eventually the hearty sweet savory combination became a celebration type supper in African American families.
That's amazing. The version of this dish most commonly known within areas have been in Pennsylvania and have Dutch influences, consistent of that plain waffle being pulled with stewed chicken on top and then covered in gravy.
That also sounds really good. That's like a biscuits and gravy kind of situation.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what else. Chicken and waffles fun facts. Let's see what they got. Yeah, it looks like they didn't miss any.
That's it.
Yeah, but honestly, it's Chicken and Waffles Day. There's not many things to talk about other than, like, it's just
how
delicious.
They are.
Yeah, go out, try some. Like, they have trivia about it. See, it's such an amazing food.
Yeah. This is really, really funny. Fried chicken first graced the planet with its godly presence in the form of...
Fricassee?
It's a method of cooking that involves fried pieces of meat braised in a sauce.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first lady of the United States of America, Martha Washington, had 2 recipes for fried chicken. Okay, technically they were recipes for fricassee chicken, but let's not split hairs here. But
Okay.
yeah,
Very cool. That was one of the first ways they made it.
yeah. So,
Well,
yeah, I wonder what what fricassee is like.
yeah, I am not too sure either. I've never actually heard that term before for someone who's been cooking all their life.
Oh yeah, it just looks like normal fried chicken. It just looks like the skin is a little thinner and it doesn't have like a. It just isn't like
It's like
battered.
braised chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the smothered chicken that you make with like that thick cream gravy sauce.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a dish of stewed or fried pieces of meat served in a thick white sauce.
Yum.
Okay.
Well, happy National Chicken and Waffles Day today, guys. So if you guys want to go check it out, there's a bunch of restaurants that we've already checked out in Minnesota
yeah.
that have awesome chicken and waffles. So definitely head over there and check them out today. Next up, we have a World Statistics Day, and World Statistics Day is held every 5 years on October 20th, and the day celebrates the achievements of the fundamental principles of official statistics.
Yeah, and statistics are used in everything, and they can be used properly and improperly. Just with like the changing of data, which is crazy.
Absolutely. And I mean, as someone who has a very math basis in her education, statistics was the one form of math that I absolutely could not learn.
Oh, that's really annoying to learn.
It was so complicated for me. I typically pick up math topics and learning things. I guess I'm just more like algebraic based that comes
Okay.
easily. But
Yeah.
man, I had such a hard time with statistics.
Oh yeah, because it just goes along with like percentages and stuff, and it's just like
Did you guys know that the human eye blinks an average of 4,200,000 times a year?
Wow, and there are 2,005,000 rivets in the Eiffel Tower.
Wow, Walmart generates $3 million of revenue every 7 minutes.
Aw, what? And those Yankee candles are still $30
For real.
for some wax with a stick in it.
We do have Lisa over at Main Street Pub, though, taking home $8 on that line prize. We have $8 on that large M and $8,047 on that jackpot.
Oh yeah, definitely some fun stuff there.
Wow.
But yeah, statistics, they have some crazy ones out there.
Absolutely. There are 635 billion, 13,559,599 different possible hands in the game of bridge.
See, that's why counting cards is always like, that's got to be like up there in math.
It
'Cause
is.
It's not illegal.
It is. Counting cards is illegal.
No. It's not illegal to like count cards. 'Cause,
Really?
because it's just you're just like memorizing information at that point.
See, I
they
always thought
can't-
that was illegal.
They can't tell you about what information you're pulling into your head, but it's like illegal to use it to your advantage. But
in a gambling
casino,
sense.
a casino can ban you for it.
Yeah, that's
but
what
it's
I
not.
thought.
You can't be arrested for counting cards or anything.
Okay.
No, but it's definitely like a hard math though. It's
Wow.
like almost impossible.
Did you know that a third of adults sleep with a comfort object?
Really?
We do have Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine taking home that large M. $8 going out to you. We got 2 balls before we're moving past this jackpot. We'll wait and see if it's going out.
Ooh.
We are moving on to that must go prize. $12 on that now. We got a bunch of you guys 3 balls away like Scrub Eye, Simbob, Drew, Rad, and a bunch more. Yeah, there's a bunch of different crazy statistics.
Oh yeah, the average American generates nearly 4.5 pounds of trash each day. That's in one day.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, I'm kind of like, wow, that's right.
It adds up very quickly.
I think about it. But we do have a winner. We got Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, taking home $12 on that Musco coverall prize. Good job to you, Sinbob, Scrub Eye, and Lisa, all taking home games in this game number 3 of Vikings Bingo.
Absolutely. Well, happy World Statistics Day. If you guys want to look up some crazy statistics, today is the day to brush up on your knowledge.
Oh, yeah. Next up, we actually have an international day, and this one is a fun one as it is International Chef's Day. International Chef's Day is celebrated each year on October 20th. The day focuses on educating kids around the world about eating healthy. It's also a day for chefs to pass on their knowledge and skills to the next generation of chefs. Something very important. I think every kid in middle school should have like a mix between like some form of like wood shop class, cooking class, as well as just like a life skills class.
Oh, absolutely.
Or even just like a life skills class, which I took, and that actually teaches you. It taught me how to do cooking, sewing, laundry. I already knew how to do laundry though. And then like everything from like I learned how to
Like
like sew,
budgeting,
and it's a great class.
There's a bunch of different home ec and home style courses that I feel every adult should take, or every child should take before they become an adult.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are so many kids you see out there who go to college not knowing how to do any of those fundamental things just to keep themselves afloat.
Oh yeah, and it'll be like the most basic thing, like the amount of people I've seen not knowing how to like cook ramen in a microwave or
Yeah.
something, or like just like so like oddly
How to
simple
preheat an
tasks.
oven.
Oh man, or how to cook one of those oven pizzas they get frozen.
Yeah.
I had a teacher, and he would always tell us, he was like, now you guys, I can't tell you guys like not to drink on the weekends or anything like that, but you guys listen, please do not try and be a cook when you have been drinking.
Yeah.
He was like, he was also a volunteer firefighter. He was like, I've seen too many people try to cook those pizza boxes still in the cardboard.
Yes, I've known people who have still put the cardboard from underneath the pizza in the oven.
Oh, I'm talking in the box.
Oh, that's a whole
something
new level
I know.
of.
Or like with the plastic still around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister has taken out 3 microwaves by trying to reheat once with ramen that caught on fire, like cup of noodles, and then once with an Arby's sandwich because they wrap it in that like tin foil stuff.
Oh my
She
goodness! Put the aluminum foil in the microwave.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So yeah, maybe it's a great day to have like just chefs to teach people how to cook.
Absolutely. I've looked up some of the top chefs out there who are considered international, and of course, number 1 is Gordon Ramsay.
Oh yeah, that's understandable that he's up there. My favorite was I used to like watching Iron Chef all the time.
With the redheaded chef.
Yeah.
What's his name?
He does. I think he does like TikTok now with his son.
Yeah, even Gordon Ramsay's on TikTok with his kids.
Oh man, he's so nice on there. It's kind of Alex Guamicelli. I see her all the time. She's great.
Yes.
Duff Goldman from Duff's Cakes. That was always classic.
Oh, absolutely. I like
Robert-
Giada.
Oh, classic too. Robert Irvin. I love watching him with Restaurant Impossible.
Oh, absolutely.
Because him and John Taffer are just like on that level. It's like, all right, I'm shutting it down.
I miss Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, Anthony Bourdain. One of the he was like the most like realistic like celebrity chef like figure.
Yeah, he was
'Cause-
very, very like just down to earth.
Yeah, he was always just like, oh, after I've been traveling this long, I you guys want a comfort food, and he like would show you just like this great place that have like nice alcohol and everything like that. I think Top Chef personally might be Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
He did all that with diners, drive-ins, and dives.
So good.
And he like donates and stuff. Didn't he officiate all
Bobby
those weddings?
Flay. That's what his
Oh.
name is, the redhead.
Yeah, Bobby Flay. Oh yeah. I had to look up Iron Chefs because I don't remember the name of this one Iron Chef.
Yeah, there's a lot of different chefs that I don't actually know. Oh, somebody's named after me. Jordy
Really?
Cruz.
Oh, that's fun.
It's a man, but still. We are officially in this game, though. We got a line prize going out. It's 10 GA over at Main Street Pub in Kimball. Taking home $7. Nicely done. Now we have $7 on that large M and $8,083 on that jackpot. Now we're working on all of these different prizes. We got a bunch of you guys 6 balls away, and we are in this game number 4 already. Almost halfway through this Vikings bingo lunchtime.
Ooh, definitely some awesome stuff. Oh, Masaharu Morimoto.
Oh.
He did all that, but I don't think he's the one that cooks with his son, but he was one of my favorite chefs on there.
Very cool. Yeah, I definitely am a big fan of the Cooking Network just in general.
Oh,
Apparently, Thomas Keller is the #1 most top-paid chef in the USA right now.
Really?
And I've actually,
awesome.
I don't think I've actually heard of Thomas Keller before.
Who's the chef that gets voted for? This is gonna be weird. He gets like voted for like sexiest chef all the time. Is it Alton Brown? He always has like the nice suits and the bow ties.
I'm actually not too sure.
I think so. But he's always on all the cooking show stuff.
Yeah.
He's always a host.
Absolutely. Well, happy International Chef's Day. So maybe check out some different fun chef recipes or just watch the Cooking Network while you have some free time.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a fun way to pass the time. But next up, we have another international one, and it is International Sloth Day. International Sloth Day is held every year on October 20th. The good news is you don't need to be in a big of a hurry to celebrate the slow-moving animals. Instead, hang out and have fun learning about these interesting mammals that are native to South and Central America.
Oh yeah, sloths are awesome. But before we talk more about sloths, we got Lucky Love over at our place on 3rd, taking home $7 on that large M, as we have officially skipped over to a $10 Musco coverall prize. And yeah, sloths are awesome. I think they I think what they eat turns their fur green eventually.
Really? Is that what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah, it's like a moss that grows on them because they sit so still. It's like
Interesting.
it just becomes like their skin and like fur becomes so damp that it just like
Oh.
creates like they have like a living ecosystem in their fur.
Really? We do have Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven taking home that Musco prize at $10 in this game number 4. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 5 now with that jackpot moving and grooving on over to this next round. But that's really interesting. They just have like a whole like living
Yeah, it's
ecosystem
like
in their fur.
Oh yeah, it's just like a whole like it's just like mostly like bugs and stuff. But yeah,
Interesting.
they just living a whole life on a sloth.
Huh. I guess that makes sense because their fur is almost like coarse, almost like.
Yeah, it's like
Kindling.
shaggy and matte,
Yeah.
and it has like a ton of layers to it. But we do have a ton of facts, and there are actually 2 groups of sloths that are in the world. Different sloth groups can be easily identified by the number of long curved claws on their forelimbs. The 2-toed sloths, as name suggests, have 2 claws on their front limbs, while the 3-toed sloths have 3 claws on
Wow.
all 4 limbs. The 2-toed sloths are also slightly larger than their 3-toed counterparts, and both fall under different taxonomic family. Although there are 6 sloth species that are found in the Americas, mainly the tropical rainforests in Central and South America.
That's right, and there's about 4 different sloth species, other than that 6, who are actually listed on concern of the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species.
Ah.
Yeah, everything that they do is sluggish and slow moving, even including their food digestion. Sloths are primarily folivores, feeding mostly on leaves, fruits, and sap of different trees. They have a large and efficient multi-chambered stomach that helps with that digestion of the tough fibrous leaves. The sloth's digestion is linked to a low metabolism, and the more leaves can only be digested once there is enough room in the stomach. This is often full, accounting as much as 27% of its body mass, or 37% of its body mass. Therefore, sloths eat very little food per day, since digestion takes a long time to complete.
Oh, yeah. And I think they often starve because it takes them so long to get to their food source.
Wow.
Yeah. Next up, they spend most of their lives hanging in the trees. All modern-day sloths are tree-dwelling, super sensorial mammals, spending most of their lives hanging motionless or slowly moving between tree branches and using their long, curved claws. Everything for feeding from sleeping, resting to mating, and giving birth happens in the trees. But there are times when even sloths must leave the comfort of their tree canopies and descend to the ground.
We had Amelia checking in on YouTube. She is checking in saying Iron Chef. Apparently, she is a big fan too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who doesn't enjoy the Food Network?
Oh, yeah, Iron Chef. It was one of the top shows of all time. I used to love when they just throw in those crazy ingredients on them. It was great.
Absolutely. I was a big fan of Chopped, and I even liked those
Chopped.
grocery store wars.
Oh, those were great. Even Guys Grocery Games.
Yeah.
That was good. All those cooking shows were just great.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat them.
No.
Next up, did you know that sloths are incredibly good at swimming? Life can be difficult on the ground for sloths since their long clawed arms and shorter, weak hind legs make it impossible to stand on all fours. However, they are surprisingly strong swimmers. They live near mangroves or rivers, sometimes drop into water bodies, and swim large distances in a short amount of time while searching for potential mating partners and seeking new territory.
Oh, yeah. Next up, their slow-paced lifestyle helps them to survive in the wild. We have It's True. Sloths are incredibly slow-moving mammals, often hanging motionless on branches between feeding and sleeping, which can be up to 15 to 20 hours every single day.
Wow.
Gosh, that is the life.
I was just thinking that too.
Oh, yeah. But there's a perfectly valid reason why why they're doing it. It's a survival strategy, and it works. Sloths compensate for their low-energy, leaf-based diet by adopting slow-paced lifestyle that is expending as little energy as possible.
Yeah, we got our favorite lemur out there, Momo, over at Anchor Bar and Grill, taking home that $8 line prize. Now we're working on an $8 large M and an $8,124 jackpot.
Oh, yeah. And in fact, sloths have been around for 65.5 million years, just before the dinosaurs disappeared.
Wow.
Good for them.
That is crazy. But speaking of their ancestors, the sloth family tree includes absolute giants. Yeah, I've actually seen the renditions of the huge sloths that they thought were once around. It's crazy. The sloth's extinct kin includes an elephant-sized giant who also specialized in feeding on rough fibrous leaves. This provided an advantage and less competition for both extinct and extant sloth species, as they were all adapted to different environments on the ground and even at sea. Based on the fossil records of these genetic studies, the three-toed sloth is related to giant ground sloths, including an elephant-sized Megaterranium and pony-sized Megalonyx, who were once found in Central and South America around 10,000 years ago. Another extinct genus of this ground sloth, the I don't even know how to say that, specialize in eating seagrass on the western coastlines of South America.
That is crazy.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, these giant sloths were something else. They look closer to like an anteater or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's what you were talking about their fur.
Oh, yeah. Their fur is a living, breathing microcosm. Their sloth's hair is a living, breathing home to many different organisms, from microbes, insects to fungi and algae, even the entire life cycle of some moss species, including a couple of them, relies almost exclusively on the sloth. When a sloth climbs down to defecate on the forest floor, female moths lay their eggs in the dung. Once adult moths emerge from the dung, they fly to the canopy and mate in the sloth's fur, and the whole cycle begins all over again.
Interesting. Wow, we got Momo. Taking home the large M at $8 and that Musco prize at $12. Nicely done, just clearing the slate, a three-peat right there. Nicely done, Momo, getting the hat trick in this game at number 5.
They wanted Mo.
Yes, they did, and they just got that. Nicely done in this game number 5. We're getting rolled into game number 6. That jackpot is moving and grooving on over to this next round. But that was all the facts we're going to talk about for International Sloth Day. So whether they're giant, mini, furry, or stinky, sloths are super fun. So today is the day to educate yourself a little bit more about them and maybe go out and try and see one at a local zoo.
Oh, yeah. And next up, we got World Osteoporosis Day. World Osteoporosis Day is observed every year on October 20th. The day is dedicated to raising awareness of prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of osteoporosis.
Yes, and if you guys don't know what osteoporosis is, it causes the bones to become weak and brittle. That they can even be mild stress fractures from bending over or coughing that can cause these. Osteoporosis-related fractures mostly often occur in the hip, wrist, or even spine. Bone is living tissue, and it's consistently broken down and replaced.
Wow.
Okay.
That is very and it's a very common thing to happen.
Yes.
So if you or anyone you know is dealing with osteoporosis, we wish you guys a little bit of extra luck today. So there we go.
Ooh, that's a hefty scoop of luck.
Yeah, I actually think I might have thrown on my back on that one.
Well, happy World Osteoporosis Day. We have a bunch more national days to get into with you guys, as well as you have just about a minute and a half to get enrolled in this game number 6. And our next one is National Youth Confidence Day. Building a framework of positive role models is vital in developing responsible, confident young adults. Incidentally, National Youth Confidence Day on October 20th encourages us to connect and inspire today's youth for tomorrow's success.
Oh yeah, definitely something very important. I feel like the people that get their confidence going before they reach adulthood is something I feel like it's pretty important to helping someone.
Oh, absolutely. I can see clear differences and friends who didn't grow up in environments that kind of push them to go out and into those different roles, and how they don't necessarily do that now as they are on their own to be making those decisions.
Oh, yeah.
And so I can confidently say that I had a bunch of help in that department with my teachers putting me in different youth leadership roles and putting me on stage. I feel like that definitely helped me, even in the career we're doing right now with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's definitely very, very important to make sure that you guys are building that framework for our youth today and ensuring that they have a positive and healthy mindset going into their future.
Oh, yeah. And next, but not least on our national days, we have National Brandied Fruit Day. Oh, yeah. On October 20th each year, we celebrate the delicious fruit holiday known as National Brandied Fruit Day. So,
interesting.
Yeah, is it just fruit that's been soaking in brandy? Because that sounds amazing.
Like it.
Oh, yeah.
That is funny.
That is great. I usually just did it with vodka.
Yeah, it is one of the ways in which fruit can be preserved in alcohol. There is no water bath processing required, and the brandy contributes to a wonderful flavor as well.
Oh, so just like normal canning almost.
Yeah,
That's
you
fun.
put brandy, rum, or cognac, a cup of sugar, and then you put in your fruit and you stir it, and you don't have you just let it rest. You don't refrigerate. Okay, so it's kind of like when you're making like a limoncello, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
That sounds really good. I feel like those fruits would then be really good in like a cocktail
Oh,
afterwards.
absolutely.
Yeah. Imagine using like brandied like pineapples or something for like a pina colada.
That would be great. We are officially in this game number 6, though. We got $7 on that line and large M, and $8,163 on that jackpot.
Oh yeah, and here we go. We see the bingo boys are back. Definitely some fun stuff. Glad to see him back out there. Ooh, did they get a win? Nah, we
No.
got Tez over at Poppers taking home that $7 line prize as we start working on that $7 large M.
Well, happy National Brandied Fruit Day. Today is the day to try some, or maybe just make some to try at a later date. Well, those were all of our national days today. So happy National Brandied Fruit Day, National Youth Confidence Day, World Osteoporosis Day, International Sloth Day, International Chef's Day, World Statistics Day, and National Chicken and Waffles Day.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a ton of national days. But as you guys are going after this large M in that jackpot, we got some Twins news for you guys as they ended off their season 77 and 84. Edward Julian has been an on-base machine over the last 2 years. Now on the cusp of making the big leagues. Can he take the next step in 2023? Minnesota sent Julian to Double A for the entirety of the 2022 season, and he hit 30%, 44%, and 49%. And with 19 doubles, 3 triples, and 17 home runs. His 44% OPB reached 5th in the minor leagues, and he reduced his aggressiveness, allowing him to make more consistent contact. He also struck out in 24.6% of his plate appearances after striking out in around 28% of his appearances in 2021. He can drive the ball out to all fields with plenty of power, and Julian has been over a year younger than the average age of the competition Double A. So he faced older pitchers in 87% of his at-bats. Meaning for how young he is, he's seeing a lot of like older talent. He's still being able to progress with it.
Absolutely. We got the Bingo Boys over at the Main Street Pub taking home that $7 large M. Nicely done. We're working on an $11 Musco prize now. But if you want to support our Twins in the off season, you can head over to your iPads and check out the eTab game that we teamed up with them for, Twins Win. You can play it whenever you want and check out that Home Run Derby bonus round where if you pick a lucky batter, you can take home some Grand Slam prizes.
Oh yeah, but here we go. We got Rima and Bombers. Rima over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Bombers over at Old Piper in Lakeview. They're going to be splitting up that $11 Musco coverall prize.
And not just that, they're taking home points that you guys can compete against each other for each and every day from 12 to 1 called our Twiking Zone. Those are the standings we have created, whether you're playing our Vikings Bingo right now or our Twins Bingo the other half of the year. But we've had players competing all season 12 long so far. And in 10th place, we have T-Bone. They play at Poppers and sit with 99,000 points. 9th place, it's Red at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. Right ahead of them in 8th place, though, we got Kirby at VFW Blaine. They sit with 105,000. With 122,000 in 7th place, we got Caribou playing at Cooper's Restaurant. 6th place, we saw him getting wins right there on that line prize. It's Tez. They play at Poppers and have 147,000 points. 5th place, it's longtime player Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 202,000 points. With 203,000 right ahead of him, though, in 4th place, we got Sinbob playing at Corky's Bar, South Haven. 2nd place, so we had a tie being formed up by another Corky's Bar South Haven player, Nan. She tied it up with Scrub Eye playing at VFW Blaine, and they both have 224,000 points. But in 1st place, definitely getting a sizable gap between them and the rest of the standings, it is Mikey Wins playing at Stevo's and has 281,000 points so far.
Ooh, good job to Mikey Wins in all of those top 10 of our player standings. But on the location side of things, in 10th place, we have Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 115,000 points. In 9th place, we have Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent with 123,000 points. In 8th place, we have Stevo's in Crystal with 138,000 points. In 7th is Carboni's Pizza and CR Billiards with 141,000 points. In 6th place, kicking off that 200,000 point club, we have VFW Blaine with 249,000 points. In 5th, it's our place on 3rd and Faribault with 257,000 points. In fourth place, kicking off that 300,000 point club, it's Poppers in Virginia with 372,000 points. Moving away from that 300,000 point club, we got third place Corky's Bar South Haven, currently sitting with 417,000 points. In second place, we have American Legion Fertility, currently with 477,000 points. And with a commanding lead in first, over a 100,000 point lead, it's first place VFW Spring Lake Park with a whopping 586,000 points.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in this next 40 seconds for this game number 7. We're going to be trying to give out those jackpots and earn you guys some points towards our Viking Zone standings. But a great way to take home some jackpots is trying out the different e-tab games we have to offer here at Pilot Games as well. You can head over to your iPads and play anytime, as we have over 70 different charitable e-tab games that you guys can choose to play. They all have 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500. They even have small bets between 50 cents and $5, awesome bonus rounds, as well as free play rounds too. It's definitely a lot of fun, and we would love to hear what your favorite e-tab we offer is.
Oh yeah, I think my favorite one for the moment is going to have to be Going Bananas.
All right.
Oh yeah, definitely a fun one.
Yeah. Definitely. That is definitely a great one. I think right now mine is going to be Monster Moolah, as it is the spooky season.
Oh, yeah. And actually, speaking of that, we got a little music history for you guys as you guys are getting started on this next game of Vikings Bingo. Because in 1962, Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett and the Crypt Kickers hits #1 on its way to becoming the most famous Halloween song of all time. Pickett's vocals are his impression of Boris Karloff, who's known for his role as Frankenstein's monster. And yeah, it's a perfect song. I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, what more do you want out of a Halloween song? It is everything you could want and more.
Oh yeah, and especially when it was on that that CD of all the it was like the DJ's Choice Halloween hits. It was top tier on that.
Oh, absolutely. We do have a winner, though, as Nana Q over at Lakefront Bar is taking home that line prize, $8 going out to you. Now we're working on an $8 large M and an $8,207 jackpot.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys are going after that, we have another day in music history, as in 2001, raising money for victims of the September 11th attacks, Paul McCartney leads the concert for New York in Madison Square Garden. Elton John, Billy Joel, David Bowie, The Who, and Eric Clapton all participate in that concert. Wow, definitely a lot of stuff helping raise money for that. And you know, with all those headliners, they definitely did just that.
Oh, absolutely. I bet they put on an amazing show. They are some great artists. And then could you imagine getting to see all of them at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
And I'm sure they raised just so much money for such a huge, huge thing that happened in U.S. history. It was definitely one of the most pivotal things that happened in our history, I think it's easily to say.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's definitely great that they put that on, that they could raise awareness and raise some money for the victims that have survived that.
Oh, yeah, because like raising money like at that large of a scale is extremely difficult. And so putting together like a concert like that, I feel is like it's one of the best options for like if you guys are bands like trying to like raise money for something. It's hey.
It raises so much money. I mean, there's just so many of these that we get to highlight on our Music Day in history that I never knew that they put on these charity events to raise money for such huge impacts that happened in our society. And so I think that's amazing that they can use that kind of thing that they know that they'll draw everyone in for it, and that they get to put on a great show for everyone, and they just get to do something amazing along the way.
Oh, yeah, but we do have a winner on this large M, as we have Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine, taking home $8, getting us ready for that $13 Musco coverall prize with Scrub Eye one ball away.
Absolutely, but if we were talking about those specialty nights that we offer each and every week, and before I go talking about what you guys need to do to come out for those specialty nights, we got our winner right here.
Oh, yeah, we got Jack over at Eagles Awatana, taking home $13 on that Musco coverall. Good job to Jack, Scrub Eye, and Nana Q, all taking home wins in this game of Vikings Bingo.
Yeah, this was game number 7. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 8 now. And so make sure you guys get your friends and get enrolled. And we are just starting to talk about PGL.world. That's where you guys need to head over before you head out for any of our specialty nights that we offer here at Pilot Games. Because once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you can earn those PGL points. But not just that, you get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter that gets sent out. And you also get first dibs on all of our great stuff that gets sent out, like our annual event, PyCon. And so make sure you guys head over there if you're an avid Pilot player.
Oh, yeah, but speaking of all those getting signed up at PGL.world, we had a couple players who did just that, so we're going to highlight them and give them a little bit of extra luck. Starting us off, we got Always Lose, hope that isn't true, Male 04, Lisa, Robo 2337, My Screen Name, Joe Cool, Amber Mar 31, Mama Lila, Maggie May, Alex, Kathy, Trudy 54-1, Jason Luxem, D's Mama 1, and B Daddy Wiggin.
Yeah,
All getting signed
absolutely.
up.
That is some awesome stuff. Nicely done, everybody. Heading over to PGL.world and signing up. We've had players competing all season 12 long for our PGL standings, though, and I'll let you take the player side away.
Oh, yeah, kicking us off in 10th place. Previously in 9th, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 10th, pushing them back, it's Panda over at the Roadside with 745,000 points. In 8th place, holding on to that spot, it's Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 814,000 points. Shortly ahead in 7th, it's Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 819,000 points. With 827,000 points in 6th place, previously in 4th, getting pushed back a great deal, it's Bergar over at Southtown Lanes. In 5th place, previously in 6th, moving forward in all this chaos, it's Chapster over at Moe's with 841,000 points. Shortly ahead in 4th place, previously in 3rd, also getting pushed back, it's Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 843,000 points. In 3rd place, previously in 5th, making that name true, we got High Rise and Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 849,000 points. With 914 points in 2nd, it's Devoided over at the Roadside, closing in on that 1 million point club. And in 1st place, it's Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,288,000 points.
Absolutely. That is some awesome stuff. Forget you, D, in that 1 million point club. We should be seeing some other players get there soon, and so we'll have to keep our eyes out for that and make sure you guys are coming out for our specialty nights, because as you guys take home points, the locations you play at also get to earn some points as well. And in 10th place on the location side of things, we have Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. They sit with 2,218,000. Then in 9th place, it's Corner Pocket and Rice. They got pushed all the way back from 5th place just yesterday, as now they sit with 2,256,000. Jumping up from 10th place now into 8th, though, we got the Cabin Bar in Nicolette, and they sit with 2,337,000. And moving up from 8th into 7th now, we have VFW Austin with 2,384,000. 6th place stayed the same, though, as it is LJ's in Miltona. They sit with 2,386,000. Then moving up from 7th place into 5th, we got the Friendly Buffalo in Big Lake. They sit with 2,606,000 points. 4th place, though, stayed the same as the Mabel Liquor Store, sits with 2,613,000. Then with 2,935,000 in 3rd place, it's VFW Northfield. 2nd place, though, officially in the 3 million point club, it is Poppers in Virginia. They sit with 3,058,000 points. But as soon as they got into that point club, our number 1 location is looking to get out. Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud sits with a whopping 3,897,000 points, closing in on that 4 million point club. That's awesome to see, but we got a winner.
Oh, yeah, we got Big JK over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, taking home $11 on that Musco cover, on that line prize. Good job to you, Big JK, getting us ready for that $11 large M.
Absolutely, and hopefully we can give it out nice and early, and so we can give out this $8,264 jackpot as well. We got Tez, Sinbob, and a bunch of others 3 balls away.
Oh, yeah, but as you guys are doing that, we're looking into our Wild a little bit, as they are currently 0-3 on their season. We're looking at the Wild versus the Canucks. So what's going to be happening with that? It looks like that puck line, they are going to be, they are not the favorites currently. It's at negative 1.5. Money line is going to be negative 178. And the over-under is going to be under at 6.5 points.
All right. Well, that game is happening tonight at 7 p.m. for you guys. What do you think your score prediction is going to be?
I'm going to go with the over, and I'm going to say Wild 5, Canucks 3.
All right. I am going to go with the under, and I'm going to go Minnesota 4, Canucks 3.
All right. Definitely.
No, that's over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'll guess with. But we do have a large M winner going out to Wisconsin Ag over at Miniger Sports Hub, taking home $11 on that large M. Now we got 2 balls before we're moving past this jackpot. And it is not happening. We're moving on to a $16 must-go prize now. We got you guys 2 balls away, though. And if you guys want to show your support for our Wild before their game tonight, head over to your iPads and check out Let's Go Wild. It's the awesome E-Tab game that we teamed up with them for. And you can even check out that Slap Shot bonus round to take home some trophy prizes.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys are still going after this $16 must-go coverall, we got a fishing report for you guys. And before we get into it, it's Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven taking home $16 on that must-go coverall and maybe getting a further way towards that tie.
Absolutely. So make sure we get enrolled and grab your cards because we are getting enrolled in a game number 9 now. Only 2 more games of Vikings bingo to play through before we'll let you guys loose for some game day bingo. But as you were saying, we have a fishing report we're going to be jumping into, and this was done about LA area lakes and rivers by Explore Minnesota.
Oh yeah, walleye action remains good for anglers fishing 10 feet of water in or less on Eli area lakes. Larger minnows such as creek chubs and pike suckers have been the bait of choice for most anglers. Most of the fish tip the minnow on a light jig or lindy rig and work them at the weed beds or point them at the points of the river mouths. Northern pike have been very aggressive this week with fish attacking large suckers and extra large creek chubs. Key areas are the river mouths, big rocky points, and remaining green weeds. Smallmouth bass have been equally aggressive. For the most action, drop a big minnow on a sunken island. Consider an 8-inch minnow to keep smaller smallies off that line.
Absolutely. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the last bit of regular fishing that's happening before we're switching on over to that ice fishing. But I know you guys take as many pictures as possible when you get those big catches and you plaster them all over Facebook. And that's what we want you to do with Pilot Games. Whether you're holding up your favorite E-Tab game or a jackpot you took home or just having fun with your friends, we have some awesome examples right here that we love showcasing every enrolling screen, and we want you to send them our way. You can share them with us directly on Facebook, any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can email them us at jackpots@pilotgames.com. We have an awesome player picture to show off to you guys, and there it is. This is a great one. $23,632 going out. That's an awesome one, and so make sure you guys send them our way, and we'll showcase them any way we can.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But you guys just have a minute left to get enrolled into this next game of Vikings Bingo. We have about $8,337 in total prizes for you guys. But as you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play, we got some Vikings news for you guys, as the Vikings are still 5-1. Under the radar trade candidates for the Vikings. Oh, we're looking at under the radar trade candidates for those Vikings. Oh yeah, at the cornerback we're looking at C.J. Henderson from the Panthers. That could definitely be a good pickup. For our edge rusher, we got Yannick Nako from the Colts, and for a wide receiver, we're looking over at Corey Davis from the Jets. The likelihood that the Vikings make these moves is probably slim to none, but never zero. I think that all these players could have an impact on this team. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's something super exciting we're going to be having to look out for. And like we said earlier, they do have a bye week this week. And so next Sunday, October 30th, is your next chance at seeing them play as they go up against those Cardinals at noon. You can even go on your Player Connect app and click that sports link right above your player icon and choose 5 squares on those e-tip boards to earn a little bit of extra PGL points. But that's not the only way that you guys can support our Vikings.
Oh yeah, you guys can always check out those e-tab games, the Vikings Victory. You guys pick a letter in that skull bonus, and you guys can win some big prizes. Make sure you guys are checking that out, as you guys are already supporting the Vikings in one way by playing this Vikings Bingo.
That's right, and we are officially in this game number 9. As soon as we'll have balls dropping, we'll see that line and large M in that awesome jackpot we have. We got $10 on that line and large M and $8,317 for that jackpot. A bunch of you guys already 3 balls away. But today during 4 to 6, you guys are going to be playing a little bit of that game day bingo in 2 rounds of Lucky 4. And while you guys are playing those games, you guys are taking home points towards our happy hour standings. We have not been able to update them just quite yet, but as soon as we do, we will let you guys know. But we'll run through the entirety of our standings as they sit right now. But we do have a line prize going out to Reeb Ma over at Friends Bar and Restaurant. $10 going out to you.
Oh yeah, but starting us off on the happy hour standings for the player side of things. In 10th place, we have a 3-way tie between Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They're all tied with 10,000 points. In 7th place, it's another 3-way tie between Dustball 75 over at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley. They were all tied with 11,000 points. In 6th place, we have Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon with 12,000 points. With 13,000 points in 5th, we got Chica over at William McCoy's of Andover. In 4th place, it's Billany over at VFW Blaine with 15,000 points. In 3rd place, it's Olars over at Onamia Vets Club with 17,000 points. In second place, we have Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 20,000 points. And in first place, it's Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points.
Absolutely. And on the location side, in 10th place, we got the Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000. With 17,000, we have a tie in 8th between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe and Willie McCoy's of Andover. 7th place is Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 19,000. Then with 23,000 in 6th place sits VFW Blaine. 5th place is the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45 and Hilltop with 26,000. Then with 33,000 in 4th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 3rd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000. Then with 46,000 in 2nd place, it's Onamia Vets Club. 1st place, though, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points. We are working on this $10 large M, and we got one ball before moving past that jackpot. Now we're working on a $15 coverall once we give out this large M with a bunch of you guys one ball away. We'll have to see who's going to take it home, as I'm sure we'll have some winners soon.
Oh, yeah, but as you guys are doing it, oh, there we go. We got Big JK over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, taking home that $10 large M, as we have officially switched over to that $15 must-go coverall. Going out to Big JK, taking home $15 on that one. Good job to Big JK and Redma.
Absolutely. That was game number 9. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 10. So make sure you guys get enrolled and play this last round, and we'll go through some celebrity birthdays for you guys.
Oh, yeah, starting us off, born in 1859, we got John Dewey, American philosopher, educational theorist, and a writer known for learn by doing.
Nicely done. Happy birthday. Next up in 1882, we got Bela Lugosi. She is an Austrian actor. She was in the original Dracula as well as Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Interesting. Next up, born in 1891, we got James Chadwick, English physicist known for winning the Nobel 1935 for discovered neutron.
Very, very cool. In 1931, we got Mickey Mantle himself, the American Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder. In 1956, he was a Triple Crown winner. He was a 20-time MLB All-Star and a 7-time winner of the World Series. He was also a 3-time AL MVP for the New York Yankees.
Oh, yeah. Next up, born in 1937, we got another baseball player. This one, a Hall of Fame pitcher, Juan Marichal. Dominican Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher, 10-time MLB All-Star, National League wins leader in 1968, MLB ERA leader in 1969, and threw a no-hitter in 1963 and played for those San Francisco Giants.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Juan. In 1945, though, we got Hector the Bulldog. He was from Warner Brothers. He's the cartoon character. He was in Looney Tunes and the Merry Melodies series.
Oh, that's fun. Next up, born in 1948, we got Sandra Dickinson, born in Nee Sayles, American-British stage, screen, cartoon, and radio actress, known for being in the original The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Very cool. Next up in 1950, big-time name, we got Tom Petty. He's the American classic rock singer and songwriter, known for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, American Girl, Traveling Wilburys, Last Night, and he also had a solo track called I Won't Back Down.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people know him for his work with the Heartbreakers and for his solo career. Mm-hmm. Definitely a top artist. Next up, born in 1955, we got Thomas Newman, American film score composer, known for doing the composing for The Shawshank Redemption. That's a good one.
Absolutely. Very cool. Happy birthday, Thomas Newman. In 1957, though, we got Danny Boyle. He is the English film director known for Trainspotting and Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, man, I got some words for him about Trainspotting.
Really? Ooh. I've never seen that.
There's some messed up scenes in that one.
Is it?
It's Ewan McGregor, and it's all about Irish like meth usage.
Interesting.
Or heroin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's something.
Wow. I had never even heard of it before. Well, seems like a very intense movie. Happy birthday, Danny.
Oh, yeah. Next up, born in 1958, we got Viggo Mortensen.
Vigo.
Oh, I almost thought that was an R. American actor known for being in Lord of the Rings and The Road.
Absolutely. I want to see who he is. I recognize the name. Oh, yep.
Nah.
Yep. He's actually Viggo Peter Morrison Jr.
Ah, he is basically one does not simply walk into Mordor.
Well, happy birthday. Next up, we have a huge name, and in 1971, it's Snoop Dogg. He's the American rapper known for What's My Name and Drop It Like It's Hot.
Oh, yeah, classic. Next up, born in 1979, we got John Krasinski, American actor, director, and producer, known for being in The Office, and he wrote and directed A Quiet Place.
And he was also Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he was, very shortly.
Very short-lived.
He was also in 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi.
Really?
About all the Benghazi soldiers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Good for him. He's got some depth.
Yeah, he's like the lead actor in it too, I think.
I had no idea. Well,
I never really thought I'd see him in like a military kind of role.
I know. I mean,
It was
I think
weird.
it's really cool that he kind of grew from that role in The Office as Jim, and everyone kind of grew to love him as an actor, and then he didn't allow them just to put him in that like comedy kind of box, you know.
yeah.
He definitely explored a bunch of different genres.
Oh, yeah, but we do have Cookie over at Miniger Sports Hub, taking home $8 on that line prize, getting us ready for that $8 large M.
And this is our last game, so make sure you guys are trying to get this large M out so we can give out this jackpot to one of you lucky players before ball number 52. But our Timberwolves right now are 1-0, and Rudy Gobert stood out on both ends of the floor on a night when Minnesota Timberwolves needed a big lift from their new big man. Gobert had 23 points and 16 rebounds in his Minnesota debut, and the Timberwolves recovered to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 115-108 on Wednesday night in the season opener. D'Angelo Russell had 20 points, and Jaden McDaniels added 19 to the Timberwolves, who turned a 16-point lead into a 6-point deficit during the third quarter. It shows how good we can be and how much better we can be at the same time, Gobert said. It's going to be a process, and every night is going to be an opportunity.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. They're just getting used to the playbook and everything still. But if you guys want to support them Timberwolves, they're going to be playing another game this Friday against the Jazz at 7 p.m.
That's some awesome stuff, so make sure you guys are checking that out tomorrow night when they take the court. But we have some movies that were released on this day to talk about, and the first one in 2003 is Brother Bear.
Oh, yeah, definitely a good one.
Classic.
Oh, yeah, one of my favorites. Next up, we got Return to Halloween Town, released in 2006.
That's right, and then also in 2006, Pan's Labyrinth was released.
Oh, yeah, next up, released in 2015, probably my favorite movie on the list, we got Pixels.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got Bombers, though, over at Old Piper in Lakeville, taking home that $8 large M. Now we're working on a $13 Musco prize. And lastly, in 2017, Boo 2, a Medea Halloween was released.
Movie gold right there. The best movies of all time. But here we go. We got Lisa over at Main Street Pub taking home that $13 Musco coverall. Good job, Lisa, Bombers, and Cookies, and all of our winners taking home wins in these 10 games of Vikings Bingo.
Absolutely, but we want to talk about Julie Y playing over at the Rockin' A, taking home the largest jackpot of this past weekend, $46,954. While playing at the Rockin' A, she, as well as everyone else at that location, support the Night Rider Snowmobile Club. Their mission is to promote lawful and safe practice of our sport no matter where you ride. We hope our dedication to the sport of snowmobiling influences others to respect or act responsibly and enjoy in a snowmobile club. That is an awesome jackpot she took home, and an even better charity she supported while playing. You guys have just a couple minutes before you're jumping into some game day bingo, so thank you for sticking around, and remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson! Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later. Smells like money! Five free plays awarded! That smells wild! It doesn't get any better than that! Smells like a big one! Five times multiplier! It's raining cash!